Hi Leo, I'm Anisha, and you can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. And this is your monthly forecast for September 2012. Leos, we start this month with a lovely transit between Sun and Mercury, and it is going to be happening in your second house. That's a house of your earned income, your earned resources, and it suggests that this is a time you need to be looking at your bank balance. You need to be doing some budgeting exercises, doing some auditing, looking at your investments. Where is the money invested? Where is the money going? Where is the money coming from? It also speaks of debts, it speaks of taxes, it speaks of loans, negotiations. So you will be doing a lot of this work as soon as the month begins. Um, it also talks of looking at maybe some of your dead investments, places that you have sort of put in money and have forgotten about it. I think it's a great month for you to be sort of just opening up your entire accountancy books. Just sit with your accountant or just open up your sheet where you have put all the investments together. Have a look at things which need to be done away with or maybe liquidated. It's a good time to be doing that exercise, Leos. I think it's quite important. This house also refers to the house of possessions, how it is that you view yourself, your materialistic comfort, the things that you own, what is it that makes you feel secure. I think a lot of you are going to be doing an exercise of what is it more that you want that can make you feel better or more comfortable. And though the second house speaks of material comfort and material things, really, it also has to do with intangible things. It has to do with emotions. It has to do with values. It also speaks of things that uh, you hold very true to yourself, and what is it that you value in others. So besides the material piece of it, I think a lot of you are going to be claiming ownership of your emotions. I think that's going to be a biggie for you, Leos. I think a lot of times when there is a lot of wealth in it as well. When you actually own up and accept your emotions for good or for bad, I think it's going to be a sort of a awakening for you as well this month. You will also be thinking about things which really make you happy, things which make you secure. And again, this will have to do, besides the material things of it, the intangible things of it. Maybe friends, maybe people you're close to, whom you love, and what is it that you need to maybe give up or compromise, or um, you know. What is it that really makes you, or that person's presence, how it is that it makes you feel. So you're going to be owning up to yourself, owning up to your emotions, and really coming out with it, so to speak. Debt is also a huge part of this house, Leos. I think a lot of you, those of you who have taken loans, bank loans, or are thinking of rather buying a house or renting a house, or have lent money to a friend or to somebody, you will be thinking of getting that money, and it's going to be playing on your mind quite a bit. And I think it's a good exercise for those of you who have not sort of sent the reminder. I think it's a good time to be um, pressing your foot on the accelerator on the reminders, irrespective of however awkward and embarrassed you may feel. But I think it is something that you need to be doing. This is also a great time to be improving your financial situation, your circumstances. It's a great time to be multiplying it through creative endeavors. It's a good time for you to be generating more wealth, Leos. I think it's a great time if you put in all your energy, and you're going to be having the support of Mercury. That's a planet of communication and travel, and Mercury is going to be um, it's going to be giving it support by allowing you to be very vocal, very decisive, have a lot of clarity in your speech, put across your ideas in a very precise way as to exactly what is it that you want and how it is that you want. It's going to be helping you a great deal. And I think somewhere you should be able to get into a creative venture for those of you who are sort of at the brink of joining something or starting something of their own. It's a good time that you will be able to sort of close off the deal. It's quite a busy month for you, Leos. I think starting 6th to about 10th of October. It's quite a busy time. You will be talking a lot. You'll be meeting up with people, writing mails, doing follow-ups, phone calls, and emails, maybe a lot of paperwork. So there is a lot of focus over there on communication, and it's very effective communication. You will be quite pleased with the results. It also speaks of a time wherein you just need to sort of shut off everything else that is happening at the back of your head and just focusing your entire energy over here. You may have the urge to pamper yourself, Leos, this month, but try not to make any extravagant purchases around this time. It's not really a great time to be making any risk or any whimsical purchase. You may, feel a need to make yourself feel better, or just pamper yourself, and just understand that this is stemming from the root of, either it is loneliness or you just want to feel good. You're just sort of doing this little pick me up exercise, but try not to use your credit card this month, Leos. Just keep it on the side. Sun is squaring with Jupiter, which is in your 11th house of friendships. Now, squares, when we speak of squares in astrology, we have trines, we have conjuncts, and we have combustible positioning that is there. And squaring, whenever it happens, it's not really simply means that the planet is not very happy to be in a particular position. And Sun, that is your ruling house, and it's squaring with Jupiter, that is the lord and master of expansiveness and largeness and bigness. And it's sitting in your 11th house, which has to do with friendships and higher studies and to a little bit, I would say, communication. So there could be some amount of a letdown of expectations. I think it's just going to make friendships a bit restrictive at this point of time. Not to say that your friends will not be by your side or they will not be your friends, but I think it's just it could be maybe a heightened expectation from your side, or it could also be the other way around, that a friend may ask you of a huge favor and you may just feel quite restrictive in responding to your friend, or it could also be that you have done a huge favor for this friend and the friend is unable to sort of return the favor at this point of time. And try to see people for who and what they are, Leos. I think for some of you, especially for whom the ascendant and the rising and even the moon is there in Leo itself, you somewhere tend to value your friendships far more than you value your blood ties, your relatives or your family. For you, friendships are of prime importance. I think especially for those, try not to get too disillusioned by it. It's quite all right. People are people, and it doesn't mean if you have walked an extra mile that the other person has to as well. And again, I'm reiterating, it would not mean that your friends don't care for you. Yes, it also speaks of spreading yourself too thin. Try not to overcome it, try not to promise too much, because you may feel too stretched, and you may feel that you're spreading yourself really thin over commitments made to people, whether they are as and it has to do, I would say, more on the work piece of it, wherein that you may feel it's not really a part of your career or your job or your profile, and you're not really supposed to be doing it, and I think it's just really a question of sort of sidestepping it gracefully and excusing yourself. So try not to promise everybody everything, because you could ruffle some feathers along the way. You could also, I think, uh, you you should actually try and avoid extravagant gestures, and maybe whether it's a behavior pattern or how it is that some amount of an arrogance in the way that you're dealing with people. Try not to operate from a know-it-all standpoint, Leos. This month, it's really a month for you to be sort of just putting in your energy in your work and just taking it off, so uh, try not to and and again, you have, like I said, there's a sun and a Jupiter trine, and sun also has a lot to do with ego, and Jupiter, like I said, is all about expansiveness, so it will just sort of expand, it will just stretch out the ego piece for you, so be watchful over there. End of the month, we have sun that is going to be transiting your third house, that is a house of communication, and it is going to be lightening up your ability to communicate very, very effectively to people who may have resisted your ideas before. It's a great time to be building bridges with people through conversations. It's a great time to be signing contracts, newer contracts. It's a great time to be signing fresher deals. So it indicates, I would say, a lot of mental exchange as well. A lot of you are going to be having a lot of stimulating conversations, and you're going to be quite happy debating, having long conversations, ideating, and it's something that you love. You love exploring and turning around of the ideas and seeing as to how it is, or where is it that it can be implemented. So and this is a process which carries on for a couple of more weeks to come, so I would say it's a nice and exciting time for you, because it will keep you busy, and there's nothing worse than having a bored Leo. So a great time, Leos, overall, to think, process and share. The message for you this month, Leos, is to appreciate others' point of view, to try and really listen to what is it that the other people are trying to say. Whether you agree with it or not is not the point. I think it's a great time for you to be at least putting up that front of having an open mind. It's very, very important that you project a front which is which really portrays somebody who's open to newer ideas and is not rigid about thoughts and processes. You will, in any case, be exploring a lot of ideas, newer thought processes, and you are going to be socializing and meeting up with a lot of people. So I would say it's an exciting and it's a busy month for you, especially starting second week of September. You are going to be back in form, and you're going to be meeting a lot of interesting people and just sharing a lot of stuff. So overall, a good month, Leos. Have patience, not just with others, but I would say very importantly, have a lot of patience with yourself, and go easy on yourself. I think a lot of you are going through a very self-critical phase as well right now. So put the, I would say, the whipping on the side for a bit. It's not required. I think you're doing quite well. It's just that you're just there towards the end of the tunnel. So you just need to sort of hang in over there and do your bit and listen to what others have to say. So have a great month. I'll see you again in October, and thank you so much for watching.